Are you having fun in your business? I mean, it should be fun, right? Well, sometimes the fun gets overlooked when you're dealing with the have-tos, the complexities of being your own boss and actually running the show. It's my goal that this, the Fun Business, Fun Money podcast, can help reignite your spark of fun by providing tips, tools, insights, and inspiration so you can enjoy running your business in the simplest, easiest, most fun way possible. I'll be sharing practical tips and ideas that you can implement immediately, along with business and money mindset insights to keep you moving forward no matter what's going on around you. I'm your host, Deirdre Amies, the Fun Business and Money Coach and founder of Powered by Personality. Let's play. Hey there, and welcome to the Fun Business, Fun Money podcast. If this is your first time listening, hello! I am so glad you're here, and I hope you get something useful out of this and all the other episodes. If you've been listening to the other episodes, maybe even binging like I do when I find something that resonates, hey, I very much appreciate you. Thank you for listening. I love the DMs I'm getting from people telling me their insights from one of my episodes. So feel free to message me on Facebook or Instagram. I'm at Fun Business Fun Money on both platforms. Now for this episode, I highly recommend you grab your notebook and pen and take some notes on this one if you can, so that you can take what you learn and implement it immediately in your life or business. I'm a huge fan of implementation, even if it's just one tiny aspect of whatever you're learning about yourself or your business. Because without implementation and action, it's just another thing in your shelf-help collection. So today, we're talking about creating fun opportunities. This is something I'm really passionate about, and I reckon I could write a whole book on it. I actually had to really restrain myself as I wrote my notes for this episode to keep it concise because, we could go off on a tangent in so many areas. Now, your first thought might be, what does creating fun opportunities even mean? Well, an opportunity is defined as a time or circumstance that makes it possible to do something. We all want more of that in our businesses, right? More of making it possible to do something, whether it's working with new clients, marketing your offers, or creating something, or making more money. And of course, when things are fun, they're a whole lot more enjoyable. There's a different energy to it. And there's a ripple effect of awesomeness that occurs as well. We also need to talk about the creating part of creating fun opportunities. So many people that I speak to say things like, I'm not creative, or I'm just not good at coming up with ideas. So I'm calling bullshit on all of that. Every single one of us is creative, whether we realize it or not. You, me, everyone. There's a high probability that at some point in your life, you've allowed your creativity to be suppressed, either by yourself or someone with influence over you as a child. Maybe you got a low grade for a creative story, or someone laughed at a crazy idea that you came up with. So you've hidden that aspect of yourself away. And it's now ingrained in your subconscious mindset that I'm no good at insert whatever the thing is. But if you think back to when you were a kid, and maybe you had a big cardboard box from a new appliance that was delivered, that cardboard box was a spaceship, it was a car, it was a train, a house, a castle, a cave. It was all the fun things. You took one look at it and all the possibilities for what you could do with it whizzed through your mind. That is your creativity shining through. You've done it before, you can do it again. It's like anything. It's a skill that you need to use and practice in order to get better at it. It's time to start using it again and bring back the fun in your life and business through new opportunities. So, creativity is simply the end product of giving your imagination permission to run free and take note of the possibilities. I'm going to say that again. Creativity is simply the end product of giving your imagination permission to run free and taking note of the possibilities. I like to refer to your imagination as one of your human superpowers because it really is like having a magical power. It might not be as cool as the ones that we see in movies like X-Men and Marvel and all of those things. But where do you think the idea for that movie came from? Yes, it came from someone's imagination. They created an opportunity out of nothing. They wrote their ideas into a story that they pitched to a studio and took the steps to bring it to life. Without imagination, we wouldn't have the internet, we wouldn't have aircraft or the iPhone or Star Wars or any of your favorite books, music, characters, or the handy dandy things that you use on a daily basis without thinking about it. So when it comes to your business, how does your creativity show up? Some of you are, it's obvious, you're an artist. You might be creative with food. Maybe you build beautiful websites, or you're good with words. All of those take creativity. But there's one common area that all of us need to utilize our creativity, and that's creating the opportunities for more growth, more clients, more connection, and ultimately more money. Creating those opportunities, that takes a bit of effort, but it is so, so worth it. So I want you to tap into your imagination as much and as often as possible to practice using it and allowing yourself to see the possibilities that exist all around you. And I've got 3 tips for you on seeing the possibilities that exist. Number 1, see a need, fill a need. See a need, fill a need. If you have kids, you may know the Disney Pixar movie Robots with Robin Williams and Ewan McGregor. That came out in 2005 when my boys were little. And of course, they were fascinated with this world that is completely robots. One of the main characters is Mr. Bigweld, the creative genius behind this big corporation which produces most of the innovative ideas in their world. And his catchphrase is, see a need, fill a need. And that stuck with me ever since that movie came out. What it means is look for the gaps in the market. When someone shares a problem they have, get your mind working to see how you can fill that need. And it doesn't have to be you that does the work. It may be that you're able to point them to the right information or person that can help them. See a need, fill a need. The second one is to journal your thoughts. Now, I find journaling really therapeutic. Whether you are a pen and paper person or you like digital methods, getting your thoughts and feelings out of your head is an amazing way to tap into your creativity and see the opportunities all around you. So I like to sit with my eyes closed and just start typing. The thoughts sometimes take a weird path, an odd direction, but what comes out of that are the keywords or phrases, the ideas and the breakthroughs that I can then put into action in my business. And it can be almost meditative to just close your eyes and let your mind wander and let those words flow through your fingers. So journaling doesn't have to actually be a daily practice. Mine certainly isn't. It's simply about getting important thoughts out of your head. So when an idea comes to you, grab hold of it and see where it leads. Ask yourself questions about it to explore it further. Does it excite you? Can you see yourself doing it and being paid for it? How much of your time and energy are you willing to put into this thing? Who is it for? Are there enough people who need this? Is this going to require a mindset shift in people? Because sometimes that can be an uphill battle. So there may be an easier way to approach it that would be easily understood and more accepted. Now, I have a whole module that I coach my clients on to define your niche and make sure that your offers are viable, but you get the picture. If that's something that you'd like more info and support on, please reach out to me about my coaching programs using the links in the description of this episode. Keep asking questions and build upon it as far as you can take it. Keep going until you've got a solid idea mapped out, or you can see that it's ultimately not something you want to put into your time and energy into. That doesn't mean that it's not a worthy idea. It just means it's not something for you to implement. Maybe something that you can pass on to someone else. Another way that you can do this is to get out for a walk. Again, it's almost meditative with the rhythmic steps and just letting your mind wander. You can record yourself a voice note. I use the app Otter to record and transcribe my thoughts so that I don't have to worry about jotting them down. There's so many possibilities out there, and really there's no excuses for not allowing yourself to see these possibilities. Trust your intuition on this. And that's another one of your human superpowers. Trust your intuition that you know enough. Because I can assure you that you don't need permission from anyone to try something new. It's great to talk your ideas through with someone. And of course, that's one of my specialities. My mind literally explodes with things. All the shiny objects come out and I'm like, oh, you could do this or that. What about this? Yeah, that's a whole rabbit hole. I love working through that kind of thing with my clients. I get goosebumps from all the possibilities. And my third tip is take action. Take action. Seeing the possibilities is all well and good, but if you don't take action on it, it'll forever be that idea that you once had. And someday you'll hear about someone else who does almost exactly that thing that you came up with, but they actually did it, and it ended up being a very successful business idea. The difference? They took action. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that you have to rely on someone else to do the creative stuff for you. You can learn to use Canva to create graphics. You can work with someone to help you learn how to create those graphics. You can learn to write copy in a way that tells a story, that conveys a message and creates an emotional connection. You can learn to do absolutely anything you feel called to do. But it all starts with your imagination and seeing the possibilities around you. Don't be shy about asking for help, but there is a caveat on that. Be mindful of who you ask for help. Make sure it's someone who isn't going to squash your creativity before it even sees the light of day. So, my final thought on this, because I love mindset work and I believe it's at the core of everything in life, not just business. Here's a couple of mindset statements, affirmations, whatever you want to call them, that I want to share with you that'll help you open up to the possibilities and open up your creativity. So grab your pen and write these down. Number 1, I am creative. I know it's obvious, but it's nonetheless essential. I am creative. Number 2, endless possibilities are available to me. Yes, indeed, they are. And number 3, I am the solution to the problem people most want solved. So put them on a post-it note. Remind yourself of those things every day until you believe them. So that's what I've got for you today. I hope that helps open up your mind to creating more opportunities in your life, in your business, basically everything you're doing. Let your creativity fly. Ditch the outdated beliefs that you may have that have been holding you back, and get your imagination working for you. So if you'd like my help to tap into your imagination and kick those ideas around, get in touch about my coaching packages via the links in the description of this episode. My signature program, Ignite, is full of opportunities for you to let your creativity loose and really fly in your business with some shifts in your money mindset and simplifying processes. You can be earning so much more, working so much less, creating time and energy for the fun and freedom that you know you deserve. There's magic in your imagination, and that magic can absolutely help you make more money when you see the possibilities around you. So that's what I got for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care, have fun, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for joining me. If you found this episode useful, make sure you hit that follow button on your chosen podcast platform so you get the notifications when each new episode goes live and you don't miss anything. If you know someone who would also get something from it, don't be shy, share it with them. One of the best things about being a business coach for online entrepreneurs is helping them make sense of their creative ideas and turn them into a simple, clear business system that actually makes money. A client recently described me as a castle building expert. You've got the big vision and some of the building materials already, but you don't quite know how to bring it all together into a solid foundation. Then I come along and I show you the blueprint that makes sense of it all. I love that analogy. And I'd love to show you your personalized blueprint, the one that's just right for you and your clients. But I can't do that until you join Ignite, my business and money coaching program. So head on over to deirdreamies.com/ignite for all the details. Fill out the application form and let's talk about building your castle in the simplest, easiest way possible.